Ever wondered why it seems as though the rich remain rich and the poor struggles for the bottom spot? Like, why is poverty a global problem? As much as we are quick to reject poverty and claim to be wealthy people, it is important to identify why you will remain poor if you are not aware of these 10 reasons why people remain poor. Just before we dive into it, if this is your first time joining us, we would love you to click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now, where were we? Yes. 10 reasons why people stay poor despite the abundance that the world possesses. You see, living on less than $2 a day feels like an impossible scenario. But that is the reality for around 600 million people in our world today. It will interest you to note that approximately 8% of the global population lives in extreme poverty, commonly defined as surviving on only $1.9 a day or less. The UN defines poverty as a condition characterized by severe deprivation of basic human needs, including food, safe drinking water, sanitation facilities, health, shelter, education, and information. It depends not only on income, but also on access to services. Bottom line, if you are unable to meet your basic needs on a regular basis, you can be said to be poor. No, this video is not for supposed homeless people, but those who seem to be well dressed, probably have a cool job and office space, but you deeply know that you are unable to meet your basic needs. Many people are clearly not experts at managing their own finances and end up being broke month after month. The cycle of overspending leaves them poor, even if their income means they are considered well above the poverty line. Now, the average poor person isn't poor because he's unlucky or unfortunate. It's because the mindset have built explosive membranes that fight off everything that contradicts what they know in a world where extravagance and sophistication is sometimes mistaken as wealth and riches. While many wonder if we can really end extreme poverty, we believe the end is not only possible, but possible within our lifetimes. There's no magic wand solution to poverty, but understanding its causes is a good first step. Choosing to be poor. There is the famous adage that one shouldn't let his background put his back on the ground. Over time, people are poor based on the choices they make. Life is always a product of choice. But if you are poor, then you have chosen to be poor. Otherwise, you would have figured a way around it. If you study wealthy men, one line is constant when they narrate their journey. I decided I was never going to be poor. Now that decision in itself gives you the desire and strength to chase it. Are you choosing poverty over abundance? You decide. Poor mindset. You see, your mindset is everything. It influences what you and what you don't do. If you think like 5 poor people, you are mostly likely the 6th person. It is funny that a lot of people walk around with poor mentality. Some are aware, but a vast majority are oblivious of the fact that they have a poor mindset. A quick test of that is your reaction when a large sum is mentioned. For instance, you are at a mall and the sales reps says a polo costs $100 and you go, "For a polo? Hell no! I can get that for $10. Some people think that they are having a better deal, but the truth is they can't afford it or they feel it's too expensive. Your upbringing also influences the mindset you develop. The good news is you can unlearn whatever mindset you have. Take time to ask yourself, do I have a poor or abundant mindset? Your attitude about money is limiting, and this is the reason why you are poor. Wrong location. Water is good for a fish, but land isn't. Likewise, the lion is the king of the jungle, but not the ocean. It would be out of place for a lion to attempt to be the lord of the sea. It probably will die under the sea. One key reason you are poor could be tied to your location. If you are in an environment that doesn't give room for you to expand and maximize your potential, it won't be long before you go broke and struggling. Also, certain businesses thrive in certain areas more than others. Consider where you are now. Is it contributing to your wealth or taking away from you? Playing the religion game. There is a common saying, as poor as a church mouse. To a lot of religious folks, money is the root of evil, forgetting that money answers all things. You can be spiritual and wealthy. God is never against you being wealthy. It is amazing how poor people are, simply because they keep playing the religious card. Money and power obviously does not belong to any religion. It is a universal principle. Trying to play religion and ignoring key details that leads to financial freedom is an error. We think it's the poor people that have this stereotype about what religion someone is or not. Entitlement mentality. One major reason a lot of people are broke is because they are depending so much on others for support. That in itself is not an issue. Problems arise when you put others under pressure to assist you and act like they are mandated to help. It's poor mindset to expect others to help you. The rich people take full responsibility for their lives and their resources. They never blame others for their failure. You remain poor if you have an entitlement mentality. If you change your thinking and know that you can change a lot of things about your circumstances, you will change many things in your life. Lack of profitable skills. Ideas and skills are what is running the world as we know it today. In this generation, one can start making money from tiny air just by having a skill or a profitable idea. Not having a profitable skill is a clear reason people remain poor today. You are impatient with learning the ropes. You will not have the skills from the beginning, but you will learn with time. This is something you have to be patient about. Take your time to learn the skills of business and making money. This will take some time, so do not be ashamed of learning. Many people lack access to good paying jobs and have limited time or opportunity to receive training that will allow them to get one of those jobs. No financial discipline. Don't invest after you spend, but spend what is left after investing. Warren Buffett. You see, in a world where those who spend and live luxurious lifestyles are considered wealthy, you need to stand your ground. Spending money never makes anyone rich. Rather, investments are what makes people wealthy. You want to own everything, to buy everything, even those you don't need, or even imitate the high and mighty with your little income. You certainly need to exercise financial discipline. You must understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Whenever you feel an urge to get something, it's always important to ask, is this an asset or a liability? The answer you get should be what propels you to make a decision. Keep it investment integrated. You don't know where your money is going. Closely linked with zero financial discipline is the fact that a lot of people are clueless about what they are spending their money on. Donna Friedman, a personal finance expert and writer, said the biggest thing she sees keeping people in the paycheck to paycheck cycle is not having a budget. If you don't know where your money is currently going, you can turn it in the direction you would prefer it would do the most good. Friedman said. Whether that's saving up an emergency fund, staying current on rent or mortgage payments, working toward retirement savings, or even paying for a vacation in cash. When you know you have enough money to deal with all your needs and some of your wants, plus those pesky emergencies, you can sleep very well at night, she said. You are always complaining. One of the major traits of poor people is that they complain about everything and never proffering a solution. Instead of moving your life forward, you are always looking for what's wrong and talking about it. What you focus on, you will eventually attract. When you talk about all the crap in your life, you will always notice all the crap and you will never be able to make much out of it. You will not see a reason to work hard, to change anything about yourself, because everything will seem crappy to you. Comfort zone mentality. Staying in the comfort zone is amazing, but hey, nothing great happens there. You have a working plan, and you have all the confidence and conviction, but they remain just that. For one reason or the other, you never get to move and work on them. You are either too afraid to start, or you never get the time to do it. You have to wake up and deal with issues one way or the other, and if you don't, you will always remain poor. You slave away for a paycheck. A billionaire once said, "No one gets wealthy by relying on paycheck to survive." If you live from paycheck to paycheck and never save, and you never manage your money well, you are bound to remain poor. Multiply your sources of income as well as investing in profitable ventures is the surest way to escaping the poor rat hole. There you have it, a list of 10 reasons why people remain poor. We encourage you to learn and change from such if you desire to make the switch from broke to abundance. We look forward to hearing your success stories. Did we omit any? Share with us in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you never miss an upload. We drop these videos every week. Kindly give this video a thumbs up too. Thank you for sticking around with us. Until next time, remain a Galactico.